Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So I got something really cool to take a look at today. This is a brand new airplane from DEERC. This is a BF-109, also goes by the Z61. This is a gyro stabilized little foam airplane that ought to be really perfect for beginners to fly around since it's gyro stabilized and it shouldn't be super fast. So let me grab the plane, put the box down. I'll show you guys here. Here it is. Now you do have to install the landing gear. It just pops up in here, and this is the way it should go on here in the rear. You do have your elevator controls, so the servo controls that so that the plane can rise or descend in altitude. Now the front propeller here is just for looks. So it's using these two small brush motors here, propellers on each side of the wing here, on each wing, to control not only the thrust, but to turn, the yaw. So one will slow down, the other will speed up to actually use for steering of the plane. There's a little red light here on the bottom that you can turn on and off with the controller. But yeah, it ought to be pretty fun to fly and really shouldn't be too difficult for a beginner. You do get two of these little 350 milliamp LiPo batteries with a micro LoSi connector. You also get the charger, of course, a Phillips screwdriver, and a spare propeller for each wing. And then you have your controller, which is just a little small controller here. And you got your power here. This is your elevator or your pitch. So if it's wanting to go up in altitude or down, you can adjust this to get it to where it's staying at one altitude. And this is your yaw, or your steering, whatever you want to call it. They call it yaw, of course. So if it's turning one direction or another, then you just adjust that. This is your throttle. This is going to be to go up in altitude, down, and this is your steering or yaw. This is the light control. So this little bumper will turn that little red light on and off. I don't know why you want to mess with it. It's not going to use much power. And this is your low and high rate. We'll try to test that out to see what kind of speed we get whenever we fly this guy. You can take off on the ground with this. So you can set this on the pavement and you can give it throttle and it should be able to give it, it should be able to take off from the ground. Or you can hand toss it. I'm going to fly this into my backyard because even though there's a decent amount of room here, I don't want to get on a rooftop or something. So I'm going to take it in the back. It's just grass and back there, so I'm going to hand toss it. But like I said, you can actually take off from the ground, but I won't be testing that out in this video. So let's go into the backyard and get this plane up in the air and see how it flies. So I'll be right back. All right, I'm in the backyard. There's a little breeze today, but I think we'll be okay. We've got an Arctic front pushing in tomorrow. Heavy rain and storms and some snow. So I got to get this up today. I just got it in the mail a few hours ago, but I got it all charged, and let's get it up here and see how this plane flies. Now, like I said, there's two speed rates. I'm going to probably go into a high rate first because I may need it because of that breeze. So to turn it on, just turn on this little switch here and flip it on. Then you're going to bind it. There we go. And you can see here, if you move it, let's see if we can hear it. Don't notice it there, but you have your gyros. There we go. Once I give it some throttle, we're going to town. That's what, trying to stabilize the elevator there. So what you want to do when you hand toss this, and you can really hear the gyro going to work, you want to give it some throttle while you take off so it doesn't just, you don't eat dirt. So let's give it some throttle. And there we go. Oh yeah, this is pretty easy. Whoa! This is in the lowest rate and it's not doing too bad. Let's go into the high rate. There we go. A little more throttle. Yeah, this is fun. These planes are always a lot of fun. Oh, ate some dirt anyway. These are fun to fly. Just make sure you have a decent amount of area and don't fly on a really windy day. I had a P-51 Mustang, which had a beginner rate like this, also had like an intermediate, and it had a full sort of like acro mode on that plane. I flew it when it was way too windy and I lost it. So just keep that in mind. Here I can show you, you can turn that little light off. Again, I don't know why you want to mess with that. And yeah, let's go ahead and get it back in the air. Like I said, I have it in highest rate. I've not trimmed anything because it's kind of hard to tell how much you need to trim it sometimes. Turn it here. Oh yeah, that is cool. That is really, really cool. Obviously it looks a little odd because the front propeller doesn't turn, and I'm used to it on my P-51 that I lost. That one was a little bit more authentic, but this is great for a beginner. I'm not by any means any expert on flying planes, and these gyro planes are not difficult. You can fly a drone, especially a toy drone, and you have no problem with one of these. Oh, a little bit hit the ground. I don't feel any need to trim it up. That was just, you know, part of what happens when you fly one of these is I hit the ground. Like I said, there's not a whole lot of wind, there's a little bit. But yeah, if you see it gaining a lot of altitude or something, you might want to adjust that on the controller. Yeah, this is neat. These planes are so much fun. I always wanted an RC plane when I was younger, and of course, those are really, you had to really be good at that stuff. Those people that flew those, because there was no stabilization, there was no gyro. So you had to really know all your controls and all those, you know, all those servos. Oh, and a RC car guy. But there's some channels out there that are just dedicated to planes, I know that. Yeah, this is the highest speed. Whoa! I turned the light off there. I think I hit the little light control. Again, that little red light is not going to make hardly any difference because you're using so little power to power LED. I don't know why they even mess with that. I don't know. I mean, that's just basically, you know, you got power to the plane is all it is. So let's give it some more throttle. Again, there's a bit of a breeze at times, and that's why you get too close to the ground, it can end up eating dirt. These are fun. I really wish I hadn't lost my P-51 Mustang, because it was better than this, because you could fly it in a mode where you could do stunts and it's still stabilized, and it was like a full acro mode. I don't think I ever flew in that, but the middle mode was one where you had to have some skill to fly it, but you still had some stabilization. Oh, I bumped that light bumper again. This one's great for a beginner, because I haven't flown a plane here in over a year, and this is not a problem since I have, you know, it's not very windy, and it's rather pleasant out here for January the 11th. Like I said, it's going to be single digits for highs Fahrenheit here very soon. So look at that. That is cool. Just do some big loops. These things just fly so great. Even with just two, you know, the propellers on each wing to adjust steering, it's still really awesome. Just make sure you get plenty of room, because like I said, you could easily end up getting this on a rooftop or a tree. And if it's really windy, you're gonna lose these. So you just can't fight it. Little brush motors, and with the a wind and it being made of foam. What a lot of fun. I mean, you get into drones like I did, and you don't, you know, you may forget about these planes, and then now with the gyro and this technology has gotten so good that you don't realize how easy it is now. So you think, man, I could never fly a plane. Well, the real enthusiasts that learn how can tell you it is not easy. It takes a lot of skill to fly the ones that didn't have gyros. But this is not too difficult. Oh, but it just takes some, I wouldn't say you can just take this out and fly this if you've never flown anything like in the air before. Just getting your controls down. But it's someone like myself who's flown enough stuff, this is not difficult. If you're a beginner, you know, you might want to go with that lower rate. And just like I said, make sure you got sufficient room like I do here, because this is going to end up in a tree or in a rooftop really easily. Oh, it's dirt again. What happens is you get a little wind gust, and it can cause since it's so lightweight, to just get knocked to the ground like this, which is going to happen. I would like to see how it would work doing it taking off from the ground. Oh, it may be losing some power. What I might do is, since I really like to see, let's see, I don't know how it tells you when it's low. But what I might do here is just walk up front and just see if I can just get it to take off. Since I've gotten pretty comfortable with it, I'm not going to fly it much. Again, I don't want to lose this on the top of of a house. So let me go up front here. I'll just see if we can do a takeoff on the ground and then we'll end this video. So be right back. All right, let's try this real quick and see if we can take off on the ground. Should just give it some throttle and then you'll give it some pitch to go up. Let's see if it goes. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, that worked really well. There's a decent amount of room here. Like I said, I just don't want to end this getting this on a desk. Ooh, crashed into the side. Don't want to end up getting this on top of a rooftop. We're okay. I hit that wing pretty hard, but it's fine. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off so you don't have to listen to the constant servo movement there of the gyro. Yeah, this is awesome. This is really great. The DRC sent this out for review. I'll have a purchase link down in the video description and in the pinned comment, along with any coupons they might give me. Always be sure to check the listing because DRC, most of these sellers do it, will usually have a clippable coupon where you just check a little box and it can be a substantial savings. So make sure you do that before you check out. Yeah, pretty good drone. So if you want to check this out, check the video description and a pinned comment. And remember, you're always supporting the channel a little bit. It doesn't cost you a cent more, but it gives a little small affiliate kickback to me to help out to support the time spent on recording these reviews for you guys. All right, guys, that wraps up the review of the little DRC, a little fighter plane. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing while you click the bell. That way you'll be notified when I do upload new videos. And as always, guys, Happy New Year and have a great day. The power of the dark side.